Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Fun Size, and today we are taking a look at the newest EZAs that have come out during the anniversary, which is the EX version. I believe we are in now, and we have a little bit of a surprise. And I definitely got. I woke up to a surprise this morning, and I had some things to do today, but we are here now, and we got an EZA for Vegito and Buuhan. Okay, this is a little bit of exciting. I thought to myself, right? I thought to myself, who could they EZA or do something with in EX, right? Because we've had an EX version pretty much of the anniversary for a few years now, and they don't disappoint. I'll say that. They don't disappoint. So let's go ahead and take a look at Vegito's details. Enough stalling, enough time. So we have Battle of Wits or Majin Buu Saga category, key +3, HP attack and defense, 180%. Okay, very good. Then we raise defense and greatly raise attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. So we're getting 30% defense that is stacking, by the way. We are just raising defense. And then we're getting 50% attack. Okay, cool. Then we have raises defense again. So we're stacking on both. Okay. And then greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Okay, so we're stacking on both supers. This is a good thing, because from what I remember, you actually do quite a bit of supers with this unit. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm kind of excited. So we have key +2, attack and defense 200%, reduces damage received by 30%, so 30% damage reduction, plus an additional key +2 per key sphere obtained. This is good. That's we love abilities like that, right? You realize how strong key +2 on, you know, any key sphere is, right? That's wonderful. This is old though, I believe, but that didn't change. Then we have launches an additional super with a great chance of launching an additional super attack. Okay. Okay, so that's okay. Sure. Medium chance of attacks to become critical hits, so they just have automatically 30% chance to crit. An additional attack and defense 50%, and launch an additional super attack for 1 turn since appearing or when HP is 77% or higher at the start of the turn. Okay. Okay. I mean, you know, they're doing a lot of supers. An additional critical chance of an additional critical chance and damage reduction 20% when HP is 50% or higher when attacking. So when they attack after they super in slot 2, they're going to be a slot 2 unit. They're not going to be a slot 1, unfortunately. But a slot 2, they're at what, 50% damage reduction? Okay, I could get behind 50% damage reduction. Everybody's got it now. Okay, I like that. And then they're stacking defense. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. And then as far as the active skill, right, which is their fusion, it can be activated when HP is 77% or less, or starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Yo, lit condition. Lit condition. Absolutely ridiculous. So that means if they come out, right, and let's say if they're slot 2, these guys can come out and go, oh, we're just going to transform if HP is 77% or less. Oh, excuse me. No. That's inaccurate. Can be activated when HP is 77% or less starting from the 4th turn. My bad. Never mind. I thought there was an or there. Or starting from the 4th turn. My bad. Never mind. But that's still pretty good, though. That's still pretty good. Below 77%, I mean, that's better than being below 50%, right? And then being on the 5th turn. Yikes. On their turn too, like, why does Vegito Blue actually have that restriction? That's so stupid. It's actually dumb. But these guys have a good condition. This is actually not bad. 4 turns, 77%. Okay, I could deal with that. That's cool. So let's go ahead and let's say we transform, right? Super Vegito. Let's see what we got. We have greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. So we're 50% here. And then we're getting another 50% here. And we seal with a 100% chance. Wow. Okay, so Vegito's a little bit ridiculous because he's getting a 50% attack and defense on both. Nice. Then it's a full heal, right? HP 100%. So that's pretty good. Activate guard against all attacks for 3 turns since appearing. That's not horrible. That means you can rotate him off if need be. Put him in slot 3 and he'll come back with guard still, I believe. So that's pretty good, right? Let's see what else. We have key plus key plus 5, attack and defense 250%, and a high chance of performing a critical hit. So they gave him 50% chance to crit just because. And that's a bit unfortunate for me because I gave him 50% crit. So he's going to be critting a lot for me. Just know that, okay? It's going to be critting a lot. And then he's got an additional chance, or additional critical chance, 20% for the turn per attack performed. Okay. Okay. An additional attack 30% for the turn after receiving an attack. Okay. Damage reduction 30%, and additional damage reduced or damage received. Oh god, I'm mixing up my words, boys. Additional damage reduction 30% against normal attacks. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks, plus an additional key plus 2 per key sphere obtained. Attack and defense 77%, and foresees enemies super attack for 10 turns. Okay, well, he's got a scouter. Okay, that's definitely one of the strongest abilities in the game, to know exactly where everybody's gonna die at, potentially, right? And or what spot to put him in. And please, military jet, go away, thank you. But no, Vegito seems very strong. Very, very strong, especially if you get him out pretty early. But even if you don't, let's say you wait a little while and you let them stack up a bit, Vegito's defense is going to be even higher than what it would initially be if you just transformed right away, right? So just keep that in mind. But he's got a full heal. He guards for 3 turns, or a turn, and then when you come back, he'll still be guarding. So you can't rotate him off. Excuse me. You would have to keep him on rotation. You can't do that. It would only be working like that if he had guard for 4 turns, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Then he's got a high chance to crit just for fun, I guess. And then he's got another like 20% to that, so it's like a 70% per attack. Let's say if you were to attack once, that's a 50. Then he attacks again, that's a 70% chance to crit. Like, dude, what is happening? Okay, sure. Like, I mean, he's not supering a lot. He's not supering a lot, but he counters, right? So that's where he gets his damage. It's not so much from his initial super. No, it's not like that. But it is off of his counters. So if you stick him somewhere where they're doing a lot of normals, he's got 60% damage reduction for normals. He's guarding on his initial like 2 turns. And then after that, he's kind of just chilling, and he's got a 50% chance to crit. Yeah, he's gonna pretty much kill whatever's in front of him, and the only way for him to actually die is if you put him in front of a super on purpose, because you have 10 turns where you can see where the enemy is going to super. You have that, like, that, having that knowledge and that power is so ridiculous. Like, just knowing where they're going to super is dumb, because that's where you put Beast. That's where you put anybody else, for that matter, right? That's so stupid. That he's going to be strong. For sure. He's good. He's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Majin Buu real quick. I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, but that's okay. So we have Power Absorption, or Majin Power category, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 180%. And then we have greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. So he is stacking attack by 50%. Okay. Okay. Causes colossal damage to enemy. All right, cool. That's on his 12 key, by the way. So he's getting 50% attack and a 50% defense on his 12 key. Okay. In his ultra, he is also getting 50% attack and 50% defense. But he's greatly raises defense. Okay. And then greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So he's greatly stacking attack on his 12 key, and he's greatly raising defense, as in greatly stacking defense on his 18 key. Loves to see it. And then we recover 20% HP at the start of turn. Key +2 attack and defense 200%, and great chance to activate guard against all attacks. So that's a 70% chance to guard. Okay, I mean, it would have been nice if they just gave him unconditional guard and it wasn't a chance, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Then a medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. Plus an additional key +2 per type key sphere obtained. Love to see it. Launches an additional super attack. Okay, so that's, he could do 2 supers so far. An additional attack and defense 50%, and activates guard against all attacks from 1 turn since appearing, or when HP is 90% or lower at the start of the turn. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's good. We like that. So if we fall below X amount, right? Let's say if we fall below like 70% and then he heals us to 20% and we're still below 90, he gets guard for the turn. And then when he first comes out, he does have guard, just guaranteed guard, which is fantastic. We love that. We love to see it. Okay, cool. So that's actually not horrible. That's not a horrible condition. Okay. And then we have additional evasion chance 20%, and survives an attack that would KO once only when receiving an attack at 80% or lower HP. Recover 12% of the at the end of the turn if HP is 50% or lower. Ooh, okay, okay. We like. Okay, so if he's in slot 3 and he gets touched, and you're below 80%, he can survive, right? He can survive the one time and he gets supered or something stupid. That is actually so useful. Like, we know how good that is, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, and then absorption conditions can be activated when HP is 50% or more, starting from the 4th turn from start of battle. So turn 4, basically. Turn 4 and you get that. That's lit. That is lovely. We love to see that. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty easy to actually transform with this guy, for the most part. But you know, you never know, because villains kind of suck right now. But this guy doesn't suck. He seems actually quite strong. So we have raised his attack and defense for 4 turns. Okay, nice. And then we have raised his attack and defense for 4 turns once again. So these both just, you know, get activated when he's supering. Okay, for 4 turns. So with his initial super and everything is not going to be nothing crazy, but then when he comes back, he's going to be hitting much harder, and he's going to have a lot more defense, and he's going to be quite strong. So then we have recovers 20% HP at the start of turn, just like previous transformation or previous form, right? Which is lovely to see. Then we have key +5, attack and defense 250%, and launches an additional super attack for 3 turns since appearing. Okay. Activates guard against all attacks. Fantastic. We just have guard. Lovely. High chance to evade the enemy's attacks. Awesome. He's got a 50% chance to dodge. Launch an additional super attack. Okay. Okay, so that's an additional, and then he gets another additional up here, so that is 2 so far, so 3 total. An additional attack and defense 50%, and nullify an enemy's action once with an ultra super attack for 5 turns since appearing. Okay. An additional attack and defense 100% from the turn, so from turn 6 since appearing. Seal the enemy's super attack for 5 turns once only. Oh, what in the world? For 5 turns? Seal enemy oh, I get it. See, you can seal for 5 turns. Okay. When the turn ends with 50% or more HP, tremendously gain an additional 50% attack. Or temporarily gain an additional, not tremendous. Temporarily gain an additional attack 50% and recover 10% HP, I'm assuming, when ending the turn with 50% or less HP. Wow. He's good. he's pretty good. So when he comes back, he's gonna be hitting so ridiculously hard because not only of the buffs of his supers, right? So he can super 4 times, by the way, because of hidden potential and all of the guarantees here, and his initial. So he's got 2 other ones here that he can do with additionals that are guaranteed, by the way. So he's got his initial, these 2, and then the hidden potential. So that's 4. Um, and then on all of those, he's doing this, right? He's buffing by 30%, and that lasts for 4 turns, both attack and defense. And then if he ends the turn with 50% or more HP, he then gets this, another 50% attack. And then he's recovering 10% anyway. But then when he comes back, he's proccing how, let's say you did 4 supers, that's what? 4 supers, so that is 4 times 3 is 12, 120. He's getting another 170 attack and defense. Bam. That is ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. No. My fault. That is 120 defense, and then he's getting 170 attack. That's what it is. My fault. Little off there. But still, that's ridiculous. This guy's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's most certainly he's very good, and villains most certainly needed him, because villains villains suck. So let me know what you guys think of the details for Vegito and Buuhan. I personally think they're going to be really strong. I haven't used them yet, and at the time of recording this, their EZA is actually out, so I'm going to go ahead and make some videos on those as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!